How's everybody doing, man? I want to talk to you first about portals. And there's a very simple way, and I'm starting here because I got to lay out how this works, people. The subconscious is a portal to the conscious, okay? And so what that means is that you can subliminally plant. What is it to plant a seed and water it? You're to plant an idea in somebody subconsciously in passing, and then you water it and you bring it to fruition in the conscious to where it's projected into the world. Now, I say this because I want people to understand exactly the power that I wield. I can use the binary code. I created all that is, people. You know what I'm saying? In this world, I did anyways. Lucifer and I predominantly did. There are a few other hands in it, but it was mainly Lucifer and I. But the field must honor me. And so with that, I have the binary code to infect everybody. It acts like a virus, people. And I want to the corporations and the companies, I want you to understand the power that I'm working with. This is going to be something new, but it's quantum entanglement sales. And I'm going to give it to you the simplest way possible. Nobody can generate the code, only I can, only the Messiah can. And now there's going to be people that walk in my authority. There's going to be women, the wives of the house of David always walk in the authority of the house of David. And so there will be other people, but I can cap on whoever the fuck accesses what. And so the easiest way to do this, for me to explain it in simple terms, is to access the subconscious through portal in a digital world where you have frames. All I need is one frame. The mind, your eye, your ocular, and your mind cannot even register the one frame. You can code in whatever the fuck you want. It plants it into the subconscious. The subconscious is the portal that opens to the consciousness, and then you're like, oh, I need that. And I'm going to tell you exactly the power of it in the simplest way that I can come up with. Midlife crisis to the automotive manufacturers. If you go to a goddamn gas station boner pill website, okay, the fucking Viagra and all that fuck shit, you already know that you're dealing with a man that's in midlife crisis predominantly. Nowadays, the goddamn young kids are fucking Simpson cucks, so they're buying the shit too. But you're predominantly dealing with a man that's older in age. And so all that you do is in your ad, you simply code into just a single frame. Buy Camaro, buy American, buy Camaro, buy Corvette, buy Mustang, whatever you want into a single frame. Again, the person's never even aware that it's there. You can even run the binary code on the bottom. You don't even have to tell anybody what the fuck it says. Just run the binary code in the damn ad. And again, it triggers, it infects them like a virus. It goes into the subconscious, it bleeds into the conscious, and next thing you know, the person's on a GM website or they're at a GM dealership and they're looking for a Camaro. That's the power of it. Another one that's something brilliant that I'm going to unleash, because again, I'm the only person with the code, so I can do whatever I want. There's a whole host of people that I want to see take over seats in goddamn Congress and House. Everybody from Alyssa White Glues, 50 Cent, Fat Joe, Eminem, Billie Eilish, Lady Gaga. There's a whole host of people. Lena Scissorhands, Kat Von D. There's a whole host of people that I've got in mind. Kanye West. And anyhow, people, we don't need this goddamn giant corporate. These corporations are fucking irrelevant as far as media goes. You don't need CNN to get elected. You don't need goddamn Fox or MSNBC to get elected. And I'm going to tell you exactly how we're going to do it, people. We're going to use micro printing, and we're going to get buttons and goddamn bumper stickers. And we're going to micro print. When it says Kanye West, we're going to micro print the goddamn code that that infects your goddamn subconscious. You won't even be able to visually recognize the code, people. You won't even be able to visually recognize it. But then you're going to go into the booth and you're going to be like, man, I really like Kanye West. I'm going to vote for Kanye West. And nobody can generate the code other than the singularity, the Messiah. The field must honor me. And so I can drive. And so everywhere when you go to a Kanye West rally, you put on your button that you're given, or you put your bumper sticker onto your car. Again, I'm acting as a virus. Everybody that looks at that, even though it's visually too small to even register, your subconscious still registers it. It's quantum entanglement sales. In that case, the button becomes the key to access the portal. Really, the button becomes the key that, in conjunction with the code, creates the portal into the subconscious, which permeates into the conscious, where the thought is, where the self is. And then you go out and you're like, you know what, I really like Alyssa White Glues, I really like Taylor Swift, I really like Kanye West, that's who I'm going to vote for. And you're none the wiser. Now, I'm telling you that what I'm going to do, you know what I'm saying? We're absolutely going to take advantage of this. If I want you guys buying the House of David products, guess what? I'm just going to code it into shit. I don't even have to tell you what the code is for. I can just read off the goddamn code. And again, I'm using my phone as a portal with the code to access your subconscious, which permeates into your conscious. And then you're like, you know what? I really want some polos and some goddamn collared t-shirts. And next thing you know, everybody's walking around dressed like goddamn Angel of Death. Right now, to show you exactly how strong this is, people, and then I'm using it, like I don't physically, I know higher selves of people that hang out in my field. I'm tethered to all of you people, but I've never physically sat in a room with Taylor Swift. I've never physically sat in a room with an Alyssa White Glues, never physically sat in the room with Marina Abramovich. And right now they're on Twitter saying they love the Angel of Death. I've infected them with the virus. I infected them with the virus because I want my vampires to come home. I want all my goddamn vampires, especially the goddamn ladies of metal that belong to the Simeons. Goddamn House of David requires you. There's some other ones. Like I got Charlize Theron infected. I got Kat Von D infected. They're Levites and Reubens. I got Billie Eilish infected. She's a Levite. But majority of them are Simeon at this time. But I've infected them with a mind virus that permeated. They hear the code. The phone acts as the phone's the key, people. And then the code that I read off, whether it could either be on it could be on Facebook, it could be on X, it could be on anything. I only use Facebook. But the phone acts as the key, and then the code becomes the portal that allows the access to the subconscious, and then it simply permeates in with the message, and everybody's like, oh my God, I love the Angel of Death, which is exactly what I did to all of humanity. That's why you're all thrilled to death to be hearing from the Angel of Death every day. And so anyhow, I want people to understand exactly the power. That's why I told you, my rise to power is inevitable, because I control the sway. I control public opinion, I control the sway. Anybody that joins the House of David is guaranteed a pass, because all I have to do is I just have to subliminally program society. So subliminally program all the human population. I just have to prime them. That's all I'm doing, is priming the population to accept somebody. I'm planting the seed and I'm watering it. That's what I say. The old guard is done with, people. The old guard is done with. All I have to do is give the House of David stamp of approval on a person, and that person becomes a shoo-in. Because again, I'm using code that's a mind virus. It's going in, bleeding in, permeating into your consciousness, and it's literally rewiring your neural network so that your ideas align with the House of David. Morality, respect, love, compassion. And so all these people are subject to it too that will be running. The people attached to the House of David are subject to the same code. And so when they go out into the world, essentially on their buttons or on their bumper stickers, every time they pass somebody and somebody sees an elect Kanye West, 2032 or whatever the fuck it is, you're going to be infected with a virus. And so when you go to the poll booth, you're going to be like, you know what? I think Kanye West would be I think Kanye West would be a hell of a congressman. I think Kanye West would be a hell of a senator. And you're going to vote for Kanye West overwhelmingly. And here's the thing. There's no protection against it. That's why God trusts me, because I operate under a certain code of conduct and a certain morality, essentially. That's why God always trusts me. That's why I'm his faithful servant. That's why I carry out his plans, because this can really be abused. But at the same time, I'm giving you examples of things that are going to use. But I'm here to tell you, I'm absolutely going to use it on my goddamn campaign and to get anybody that I endorse elected. I'm absolutely going to do it because America's under bondage right now, and I need my goddamn people free from bondage. And so how do I do that? Well, I assemble a goddamn monster team, and we just goddamn lay siege to Congress and Senate. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And everybody's going to be thrilled to death with the goddamn idea. It's as simple like if I want to control popular opinion on a subject, or if I want, let's say for the use of propaganda, you want to control the popular opinion of something, of a war or something, all I have to do is have one frame to lay the code. Everybody will get behind it. Now, that's an example. The House of David is against war. I genuinely am against war. I'm not saying that there aren't wars that aren't necessary or don't have to happen at times, but largely the House of David is not in favor of war. We're in favor of lifting people up, not killing people. But yeah, the uses for this are limitless. I can redirect traffic through portals. You can access anybody. I can access anybody. There's nobody that is immune from my virus. It's essentially, it's the ghost in the machine. It's adaptive. It's a piece of adaptive code that is at the root of evolution. So whenever you're exposed to my code, I'm essentially gaining access to your neural network to rewire your thoughts so that you're evolving, people. That's what the fuck's got to happen. We've got to evolve to get out from fucking, because we goddamn love a good slave master. Humanity loves a goddamn slave master. We cheer him on. When one of us is getting goddamn whipped, we're all standing around and we cheer him on. I need you guys out of that goddamn thought process. And so I'm going to use every means and tool that I have at my disposal in order to make that happen as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So with that, peace and blessing be upon your homes.